BlackStar digital trading platform is a trailblazing blockchain-based platform designed to revolutionize three key financial sectors: corporate governance, capital raising, and digital trading. And with me is Joe Kurczodyna, the CEO of BlackStar Enterprise Group. So great to have you here at the NASDAQ. And you know, last time you talked to us about BlackStar Digital's platform, a novel trading technology. I think I told you I'd never had heard of a blockchain-based stock trading platform. So just tell me a little bit about, you've got a new patent now. Tell me about that, and just in general, what the company's doing.
We just recently received our new patent, as we spoke before. But we are developing a family of patents around our technology, which is really important. You know, we're the little guy out there, and we need to protect ourselves. But you know, with our patent, we've been given a 20-year look at the market. And I was quite surprised that our patent came through at this time. I was really fighting an uphill battle, you know, with the SEC, with cryptocurrencies and everything going on digitally. Yeah. And the patent kind of put us on the map on our technology. So, you know, we have, you know, for 20 years, next 20 years, our patent is going to be in effect, and we can go after digital trading of securities that are assets on the internet through blockchain technology. And blockchain is the key. And we all know that Bitcoin was the first currency to trade on a blockchain. And recently Bitcoin is now going to be trading in an ETF. And that's our biggest announcement or that could happen to us this year. First it was a patent, and then it was the SEC accepting blockchain and Bitcoin to trade as a registered security for the public to buy. I mean, that's huge. That basically, you know, gives us a green light to go ahead with our blockchain trading, because that's what we're doing. We've developed a system where you can trade registered U.S. securities or common stock on a blockchain. And that system was vetted by the SEC for 2 years. You know, I started this in 2017. I had to go through the SEC and tell them what I was doing as far as my new trading system. After 6 months, they allowed me to go forward and build a demo. And it took me 2 more years before I went back to the SEC, and then they vetted my deal for 2 years. So they did not give me, you know, approval or disapproval. And they vetted me through a registration statement. So I wasn't asking for approval or disapproval. I wanted to see if I dropped the system into the broker-dealer ecosystem, whether it would work and what, you know, was it legal. And after 90 to 100 comments, the SEC had no more questions. They didn't approve me, they didn't disapprove me. But my registration statement became effective in July. Okay. And in October, we got our patent. And now in December, Bitcoin has been accepted by the SEC to trade on a blockchain. The underlying asset here is Bitcoin trading on a blockchain, and it's a decentralized blockchain. And I was quite surprised that they affected that. Yeah. But it shows how tight the blockchain system is and how secure it is. It's really hard to break into a blockchain. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the Bitcoin blockchain has ever been hacked.
No, the wallets have.
Okay, yeah. So let's back up for a second and just talk about the platform. Who would use it? Would these be like retail traders? Would these be institutional investors? Both? Yeah. And why should they be excited about BlackStar?
Well, it's for the general public. Okay. It's for everybody. Whether you're a trader or you know, a broker, it's for everybody. And it's for everybody's own individual account, okay? Let's say for the commodity market. The commodity market has tremendous liquidity, and it's because anybody can go in there and open an account and trade commodities and buy and sell. It's unlike stocks, where it's really a market that's belonged to the investment bankers and the broker dealers, and that have gotten in between every transaction. And that's the problem with the SEC. most of the SEC violations during the year, 5,000 to 6,000 of them, are against the industry, not against the public. If you're in there trading your own account, if you lose money, you're not going to sue yourself. If you're in there trading and a broker tells you what to do and you lose money, you may file a complaint with the SEC. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
And so the SEC really wants people to make their own decisions on their investments. And blockchain trading allows that. It's all individualized. And what I did was I dropped it into the broker-dealer back office operations, without breaking the rules or the regs.
Now, do you think, so is the SEC giving you all the approvals that you need?
No.
What's next then?
No, well, the SEC has not given me any approvals.
Okay.
Okay, they've vetted my deal, and they did not stop me from moving forward.
Got it. Okay, so that's how they operate.
Yes, it is how. Well, they do give if you want to start a brokerage firm, you got to get approval to do a broker. There's certain approvals that they give and disapprovals, but when it comes to trading securities and when it's come to blockchain here, it's a whole different story.
Mm-hmm. So cryptocurrencies, we mentioned the Bitcoin ETF was approved just recently, but this is a much bigger market. The stock market, securities, is really what you're dealing with. So talk to me about that. How big of a market could this be? How do you see this evolving?
Well, it's going to be huge. It really is. I believe that trading securities on a blockchain, it really is the future. And when it started off, Bitcoin was a novelty, and all of a sudden, the entrepreneurs out there, the promoters out there, they went from penny stocks to crowdfunding to cryptocurrencies, and looking for a way for the public to trade their own account, without the broker influence. And that's really where it was going. Nobody was looking to do anything illegal. But what they found was Bitcoin, and you could bring a company off the Bitcoin blockchain and trade it. Unfortunately, most of those trading companies don't have any assets, and they're not registered. There's no audits. There's no use of proceeds. Basically they do a white paper and they convince people at Starbucks to invest. Back in 1925 to 1929, the way companies went public is they did a white paper. They hung it on the barbershop window, they hung it on the drugstore window, and they raised money. Well, 1929 crash came and the whole economy came down. And usually when there's a major crash like that, like 2008, everything comes back, to a conservative play. All the whistles and bells and all the fancy deals that people were doing, they all go away, and everything comes back to conservative investing. Well, in 1929, when everything exploded, that's when the SEC started, and they came out with the 1933 Securities Act. Well, they said, you know what, we have to vet these companies before they go public. We have to protect the public. The SEC's job is to protect the public, not the brokerage firms, not the investment bankers. It's to protect the public. And that's what they did. They created the registration process, and they're not right all the time, but they follow certain guidelines, and risk factors are the biggest thing in a prospectus. They look at every possible risk that venture could be involved in, and it has to be disclosed. It doesn't have to be stopped, it has to be disclosed. You make your own decision whether you want to take that risk or not. But you need to have that document. You need to see what the risks are. You need to see an audit before you invest in a company that you're being promoted on. And what's happening in this country with the over-regulation of over-the-counter stocks, a lot of the promoters and investment bankers, all went to cryptocurrencies, and it was an easy, fast way to make $1. And it's just really it's an amazing trading system. The blockchain engine is amazing for trading securities. And I've said for the last 3 years, when the SEC finally accepts blockchain trading, Bitcoin trading on a blockchain, blockchain is going to go through every industry.
Yeah.
Every industry. It has to start with the SEC. It has to start with our government accepting that type of trading, and that happened a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so we're there right now, and that's been happening. It's been happening in the background for a while, and the SEC has taken a really hard look at it. It wasn't the first time they accepted it.
Yeah. No, well, they really didn't want to, I don't think, but the court forced them to do it. So
well,
here we go. Yeah.
You know what, the SEC doesn't say no or yes. They just want to make sure that the public is protected, and that really is their motive. That's their job.
Yeah. Is BlackStar safe, secure? How can you ensure that? And will there be trading 24 hours a day?
Well, we hope to do Globex trading.
Okay.
And close on Friday, open back on Sunday evening.
Okay.
And allow people, just like they can on their gambling apps, allow them to speculate whenever they want, whenever there's something going on. And with the system, with the blockchain system and the way it operates in the back office, it doesn't have to have people there, to run it. And that's kind of what's happening here. The brokerage industry is going to be more of a mechanical type industry that's just going to be executing trades and making sure your money is safe. Yeah. And the brokerage system is the safest system out there right now. And by me bringing blockchain into the brokerage system, it makes it more secure.
So what's next then for BlackStar?
We need to get recapitalized. We're looking for a strategic partner that's familiar with the industry, familiar with both industries maybe, and that'll help us move forward.
Yeah.
So right now, things are happening so fast that I think that we've been getting a lot of calls.
Yeah.
We've been getting a lot of calls.
Well, good luck with that. It's certainly innovative and interesting and potentially very disruptive. So
Yeah.
thanks so much, Joe.
Thank you.